What's up, everyone? Happy holidays. I'm Will Walker. This is the William Walker Company Project channel. I was just down here in the shop working on some Christmas presents when it dawned on me that there might be some people out there that are looking for gifts for other woodworkers in their family. So I thought that I would start with some really basic tools for somebody that maybe just be getting into woodworking or doesn't have a lot of space or doesn't have a shop yet. Start with some basic tools to get them started with a ton of projects, and then move my way more into some things that every woodworker could use, as well as some stocking stuffers. I'm going to put links down in the description to a bunch of this stuff on Amazon, but if you don't have time to get it shipped, you can always pick these things up at your local hardware store or the big box store, Lowe's, Menards, Home Depot, or shop locally this season. I don't know. Okay, to start with the top two tools. Yeah, my top two tools are cordless drills and circular saws or jigsaw. Just something to cut the wood and then to put the wood together. I personally like circular saws. I think they're a really versatile tool. I've been using them for 16 years now, and I think that I like a circular saw before I'd get a jigsaw, but that's just me. They make them in both corded and cordless varieties, and nowadays you can actually get package deals from some of the companies that make the drill drivers as well as the circular saws, and you can get it all in one system that works with one battery pack. I've made so many things with just those two tools. It's infectious, because then you start getting more into woodworking and then you want more tools. But cordless drill and a circular saw. After that, you'll need something for finishing. Once you put your wood together, orbital sanders. These come, a lot of different companies make these. They're not too crazy expensive. This is a great one for finishing. Moving on, some sawhorses, some collapsible sawhorses. If you're woodworker, if you're a new woodworker in the family doesn't have a dedicated space like a workshop, or maybe they live in a small apartment, or maybe in a dorm room, having a place that they can bring sawhorses outside and set up a table, mobile table, a collapsible table, is huge. Having a workspace is great, so you're not always working on the floor and working on your knees, and you don't have to worry about damaging your kitchen table or something like that. So sawhorses are always indispensable. Okay, so some great stocking stuffer ideas. Pencils. You always are using pencils in the shop for marking things, jotting things down, and I'm always looking for a pencil and I never find one, so I buy them by the box. Which I would love to get a box of pencils in my stocking this year. This square, this is a Swanson Speed Square. They come with a lot of different makes, a lot of different companies make them, but basically just something that you can always reference 90 degrees off of to make your straight cuts. These are really cheap, but I always keep this in my back pocket, and they're always useful. Mallets. These are dead blow mallets. They are pretty inexpensive. It's a great way for woodworkers to get started before they start making their own mallets. They're just good to knock things around, bang on the ends of chisels. Drill bits. Drill bits come in lots of different types and sizes. This is a cheap set that I got from, I think, Lowe's a few years ago. These are called Forstner bits, and it comes in a kit from 1/4 inch all the way up to 1 3/8. These are great. I'm always using Forstner bits. I think this set was like 20 or 25 bucks. Twist drill bits. I use twist bits all the time for drilling through metal or wood, and the thing with these is they are consumable. They snap in half, they get dull. If you don't have a means to sharpen them, you lose them all the time. Twist bits are always great to have. If I'm looking for a 3/8 inch twist bit because I know exactly where I put it, I go back to find it and it's not there. I have no idea where it is, so I always like to have multiple lying around. They also make brad point bits, which are also great. I don't actually have a current set because it's gone missing. It just got up and walked away somewhere, as they do. Marking knife, or the woodworker that's getting a little bit more advanced, or is getting really into hand chisel work, making mortise and tenons and things like that. A marking knife can be really, really great. I actually don't have a marking knife because I haven't purchased one, or I haven't made one yet, or haven't gotten one in my stocking. Oh, to go along with the pencil, a good pencil sharpener, a good wall-mounted pencil sharpener. I've got one mounted on my other workbench over there. It's really great to just have something that you can just run over and sharpen your pencil with and get back to making fine, detailed lines. Rags. You can buy these in 5 and 10 pound bags. When they're great for cleaning up glue or applying finish. A lot of guys use old t-shirts. I don't go through that many old t-shirts because I have sentimental. I don't go through that many t-shirts because I have a lot of sentimental attachment to my shirts. Because I'm weird. I don't know. But anyway, so I buy these by the bag, and then once I get them, I actually cut them up into smaller sizes, and just. Rags are always great to have, and when you don't have them, it's a huge bummer. Sandpaper goes a long way. We go through a lot of sandpaper as woodworkers. These are for orbital sanders, but you can also get just the sheets of hand sandpaper. But if you go and get your loved one a orbital sander, you'll need some 120 grit through 220 grit to go along with that sander. 120 grit and 220 grit are the most commonly used grits in general woodworking. Once you get into finer woodworking, there are some finer grits that a lot of people use, but generally for a gift, we go through a lot of 120 and a lot of 220. Next up is glue. Glue is the glue that holds us all together. No, glue is commonly used all the time, and I actually buy it by the gallon because I go through so much of it in woodworking. My preferred brand is Titebond 2. Titebond 1 is also great. Titebond 3 is great. Gorilla Glue makes some. I think Elmer's makes it. But readily available everywhere is Titebond 2, and it's a pretty standard glue across the board. I don't know that many guys that dislike it, so always great to get glue. Card scrapers. Card scrapers are used to, there's a little edge, a little burr, piece of steel. These are really inexpensive, and you use it to scrape the wood rather than sanding wood or planing wood. These are really, really useful once you learn how to use them, and any woodworker that doesn't have some already, I think would be really excited to learn how to use some of these. Saws. This is a Japanese pull saw. There are also European models where they work on the push. I just happen to have this one, and I really like it. I use it a lot. These are great for lots of things around the shop. Chisels. Chisels are a good set of bench chisels are indispensable in the shop. If you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on a full line, a whole complete set, two really popular sized chisels are 3/4 inch chisel and 1/2 inch chisels. At least get them started in their collection of chisels. A good chisel does a lot of work around the shop. Alright, router. These are used with a number of different bits that you put in the collet to shape and profile wood, to put round over edges or chamfered edges onto projects, or using a straight bit you can cut mortise and tenons or cut out butterflies. There you can flatten stock if you don't have a big enough jointer or planer. These are a really useful tool around the shop. These are a little bit more money, but you can find them for cheaper. They come in different style bases. This is a fixed base router, which means that it's fixed, it doesn't go anywhere. They also come with plunge base routers, and a lot of times routers will come with interchangeable bases, so they'll have a fixed base as well as a plunge base, but routers are a workhorse in my shop. Jigsaws are cool. They're one of my love-hate tools in the shop. They're really, makes things really accessible. You can cut lots of curved shapes in wood, in boards. The blades can tend to wander and leave kind of wonky edges, but still, there is a place for them in my shop. Alright, now I'm going to take you around my shop, away from the bench, and over to a few tools maybe for the more experienced woodworker or somebody who is getting past just the beginner level, and some of the most useful tools in my shop. Okay, come on. Okay, another great tool once you get past the beginner stages of cordless drills and circular saws is a drill press. Now, I've got a floor standing model, but if I were to buy it again, I would probably buy one of the benchtop models, and you can get them for relatively inexpensively. I use my drill press more than I ever thought I would. I bought it for one project, and I use it all the time. They're used for just a lot of things, for making mortise and tenons, for drilling totally perpendicular holes. You can put sanding drums on this. You can put a wire wheel on it for cleaning things. You could put a buffing wheel on it for polishing brass accents for woodworking. Yeah, so benchtop model drill press would be a really, really great gift to unwrap on Christmas Day, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, Festivus. The airing of the grievances. Okay, over here we have a planer. Now, I've got a big professional commercial model because I found mine on Craigslist for really cheap. A guy was just getting rid of a bunch of stuff. But you can find smaller 13-inch benchtop models that they sell at local hardware stores. You can get them online. And a planer is one of those tools where once you seize the power of being able to take a rough sawn board, maybe from a local sawmill, rather than buying all of your lumber at the big box store, and turning it into a usable, beautiful piece of wood. There are a lot of highly figured woods that you can get from different sources, and once you unleash the power of the planer and start really exploring that, it's just a whole nother world. It's just a bandsaw. Because it's a bandsaw. That'd be an awesome gift. Another one of those tools. Everything in this video is like the most important tool in my shop. The adage in most every shop is that you can never have too many clamps. There are a large variety of clamps. Some of my personal favorites are the bar clamps, which I'll put links in the description. And all you're buying is the hardware to put on either 1/2 or 3/4 inch pipe that you can get at the hardware store in different lengths. These quick clamps are always nice to have for one-handed operation, just to get a hand on something, to hold something while you can get a bigger clamp on it. Bar clamps are pretty popular with a lot of woodworkers. I use them pretty frequently, but my favorite are still the pipe clamps along with the quick clamps, but these are good for a lot of different applications. So that's it for this year's gift ideas for woodworkers. I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you get that woodworker on your list, that hard to find, hard to shop for, I hope this helps you find some gifts for that hard to shop for woodworker in your family, or maybe somebody that's just always talked about getting into making things and crafting things, and hopefully this will help you get them started. Until next time, guys, I'm Will Walker. This is the William Walker Company Project channel. I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for watching. So this is me not being able to talk to the camera right now on this holiday season because I've got this hat. Alright guys, that's it for this time. I hope this is fun.